I don't know. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, friends. I want to share with you a realization that took place while I was practicing the sixth condition, which I practiced for many years on myself, and then in my professional work as a coach, counselor, therapist, consultant, and then as a trainer. You see, yes, Rudolf Steiner gave the foundation of the seven conditions in 1904 in his book Knowledge of the Higher World in chapter 5, but very minimally. And he said there, only when you work with it, you realize what it really takes. So I worked with it, and it grew on me, and it is a foundation of our training now in psychophonetics. I discovered the following. There is a triangle of three soul dynamics that support each other. I mean appreciation and gratitude, then perception, and then love. Now, each one of them support each one of them. Let me show you what I mean. It is much more available and easy to produce acts of love when you are grateful for someone. So, gratitude supports love. Because so often we know we are supposed to love somebody 24 hours, 7 days a week like a child, but we are not endless, self-rechargeable battery. So when we develop consciously gratitude for a child in our life, it's really easier to be a source of love. Gratitude supports love. Now, when you love someone, I don't just mean when you're in passion or in fell in love or in like incredible emotion upheaval about love. I'm talking about love. Love that is greater than passion. Love that is steady. When you love someone, then you perceive them. Then you can see them. You really cannot be relied upon to know much about things that you hate. Think of how much you know about people you love compared with how much you know about people that you hate, and you will be shocked. We still make judgment on the basis of very little information about people we don't like. So yes, there can be projections, of course, and you may paint reality rosy. All this is possible with love. But it's also possible that love opens your eyes and see what other people don't see because they don't love that person. And therefore, love creates perception. But then perception, when you really see the complexity of nature, of people, of the soul, of the growing child, of the anatomy of the body, of the environment, the more you see, the more you appreciate what you see. Because if you look at real beings, you see more the more you look. And there's so much to admire in the creation of a human being. There's so much to admire in the creation of a tree. There's so much to admire in minerals. You look at people who are enthusiastic about what they do, and you could not be enthusiastic about what they are enthusiastic about. But you can see that they're good at what they do because they see more than you see, and therefore they appreciate more of what is there. That's a cycle. It also works the other way around. Appreciation of something leads to perception. Because it creates humility. You stop for a moment and look what is there, not just what you want from it. And then when you perceive something deeper, you may develop interest and love to it, which in turn support appreciation. So that's a special economy that I discovered working for years with the sixth condition. The economy of love and gratitude. But the more complex economy of love, gratitude, and perception. Those of us who take interest in children, not just because they're so nice, but even when they're not so nice, even when they have peculiar needs and the upheavals of the development of a child, adolescent, and so on. Those of us who take professional interest in the details of a growing child we see more and we appreciate more, and it opens the doors of the heart. So people like me who devote my life to soul support of people and taking on some of the burden, but in a way that doesn't burden me. Those of us who give their life to find always new ways to support people, relationship and collectives. If we do it with appreciation, it doesn't exhaust us. It enlivens us. I'm not exhausted by my clients, and I'm not exhausted by my students. Sometimes I'm exhausted by the logistics and the organization around it, but not by the work itself, because I've established a solid grasp of gratitude and the value in itself long before I became a counselor and a teacher. I'm not praising myself. I'm just telling you it works. Because it can become a character. It can become who you are. It can become the style of your interaction with people. We will all have outbursts and anger and reaction, but if you have a solid organ of gratitude, you will come back and give the same person that you offended the balancing expression of appreciation. And then it's easy to take any criticism when it is balanced with appreciation. This is a basic principle of leadership. Everybody knows it, but it doesn't work as a lip service. It doesn't work as a gimmick. Tick it off, I appreciated them. It doesn't work as a bonus from time to time. It works if it's genuine. And it's so easy to see people's faults, especially when you have high ideals, and teachers have high ideals, and Waldorf teachers have even higher ideals. It's so easy to use our higher ideals to judge everybody that doesn't live up to them. I don't think that will ever stop completely, because it's our duty to improve what we do in a team. But constant practice of appreciation can balance it, can do the nurturing of what otherwise is wounding. And what it does more, and that you, please, don't even try to believe me, try it for yourself, a conscious act of appreciation. Shifting from some negativity to appreciation cleans the blood. It has physiological results because we toxify the blood all the time with our negativity. And life will not stop producing negativity. But if we balance it with appreciation of what there is in life, then it will be cleaner. And the atmosphere around us will be cleaner. And our radiation will be brighter. And then you can uplift people. And it becomes a habit. You meet a person, you're looking for what is to appreciate there. Please acknowledge yourself walking down the street or in some shopping center or anywhere. We criticize each other all the time. It's so essential to the culture of the West. We became very critical. It was essential for our intellectual development and individuation. But we're overdoing it. Look how we greet each other in the West. Shake hand. Right hand to right hand. Why? It makes sure that you don't draw the sword while I'm holding your hand. That's why we meet like this. How do they meet in the East? I respect the divine in you. We became very critical in the West. We're very proud of the results of it, but we pay the price. Gratitude as a standard does not come to replace or undo critical thinking. It comes to add to this something which can balance it. It comes to nurture the soul.